Hello everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Totem Tribe 2. In the last episode, we went through Witch Island, holy crap, and Skull Island. Today we're gonna go to the next interlude island that's been introduced in the gold version, Blueberry Island. Interlude, Heel Deal. I've received a message from Blueberry Island. The tribe who lives there, the raccoon tribe, is in great danger. Fever has started to spread rapidly and is already affecting a lot of villagers. Since common remedies have not helped much, I will personally travel there to help them in their struggle with this illness. I'm gonna put a fucking tracker at this point. This is the 6th one in a row. Are you fucking kidding me? The raccoon village is to the north. I better hurry to get there. But first, I want that gem. Oh no, the wind tore out the pages of my book and carried them away. I have to find them to prepare the recipe. Thanks, game. This is a very interesting island. I'll say that. Excuse me. I'm recording this at like 11 o'clock at night, so I'm a little sleepy. Here's the village of the poor raccoon tribe. I need a big bonfire to boil water. There's a lot of dry wood around the village. Thank you, Yukun, for coming. Look, most of our people are in such sorry condition. We will help you gather wood and ingredients. Yeah, I'm recording this at 11:29 at night, so I'm probably a little sleepy, but I'm gonna try and power through this episode. This may be a one episode, or one island episode, and kind of moving from this point forward, most of them might just end up being one island episodes, because like they're gonna take a fair bit of time to complete. But this is, for me in my notes, this is kind of an interesting island because the guide that I'm following, the guide I'm following says to do this island so incredibly late into the game that and I get why. There's stuff later on that we have to come back to that it makes sense to just do it all in one go, but I figured I'd just do it now. It feels weird just completely ignoring this island. I mean, really, it makes sense to do it later, logically, but I don't know. This island just feels like it was ideally meant to be done early on and then came back to later, like the rest of them. But yeah, seeing that's 11:31 at night, and I've got nothing in my notes written about this island because I never got around to writing notes for this island yet. Figured I talk about something that I'd already talked about in a previous episode. I had mentioned that I had already bought a new desk and that it was supposed to come in within about a week from now. That was recorded No, actually, it's still the same day. That was recorded at like almost 24 hours ago. As of this point, it's still June 19th, but that was recorded a long time ago, or like before I went to bed for this day, and then woke up and did my life. You get my point. That desk already came in. I woke up, took a shower, and whilst I was taking a shower, apparently the package had arrived, and now I have to go set it up. I do not have time to go and set that desk up. It'll probably be done on Sunday, because today is a Thursday. Because my only available day is Sunday. Whoop-de-doo. But no, I'm actually really glad that it's finally came in. So hopefully it'll be up to my really. Okay, that's annoying. How much firewood do I need? Don't have enough. Damn. Yeah. And you know, since I don't really have any notes for this island, I'll just talk about me, because like I don't know what else to talk about really. So yeah, you know, I gotta get that desk set up. I may have already discussed the dimensions of it already, but in case I haven't, it's like a width 39-inch desk, because I don't want it to be too big, but I didn't want it to be too small either. It's like maybe a foot jutting out, or a little more than a foot in length when it comes to jutting out. And I believe it's like more than 6 feet. So it's a nice and sizable desk. It's nothing like super crazy and big compared to like some other desks out there. But I wanted something just. I wanted something like a tower desk. It's a shame that this tower desk that I have right now is older than me and is falling apart. But yeah. Another news for things that had happened today. Today at work, I was I don't know if I've really gone too much into work, but I work retail, and part of retail is putting price tags back on product. And so I go and print out a tag or I print out a label for a tag that I have to apply to a product that no longer had a tag for one reason or another. And we have this like little needle gun that you input to get or to like stick the tag into the product. And so I go and do that to these shorts, and the fabric's a little thin. I'm like, okay, no, that's fine. I've worked with fabric that's a little bit on the thin side before, but apparently I wasn't paying too much attention, or it was so thin enough to the point that I had accidentally pierced the fabric on the other side, and I pierced like right at like near the tip of my index finger on my right hand, and that fucking hurt. That absolutely hurt. Like it I don't know how many of you have done this, but it's like, you know, pricking yourself for like I'm not diabetic, so I might be saying this wrong, but like pricking your finger for diabetes, or whenever you go to a doctor's office, they prick your finger for like or for examinations and all that stuff. That's effectively what I did, but I pricked it. It bled for like a couple seconds, actually a couple minutes, but man, that stung afterwards. Anyways, back to other medical news, or other medical stuff. Finally all the pages are back, but some of them were damaged by water. I must carefully restore the correct healing formula. This fucking puzzle, if you could even call it that, sucks. I'm going to be honest with you. Do not try and solve this yourself. This is just excruciating to try and solve on your own. Just like it's excruciating to try and figure out where that last... Never mind. Spoke too soon. 16, never mind, I spoke doubly too soon. Stick there and stick there. Okay. So we got the wood, start the fire, put the cauldron there, and then boom. Oh, good to go. Now it's time to gather berries and mushrooms for the recipe. Be careful though, don't pick up any red mushrooms as they're poisonous. Alright, so this is where the fun begins. Going off the guide, we have to pick 6 blueberries. That's a green berry. 6 green berries. 6 pink berries. That's purple. Okay, fuck you, game. 6 yellow berries. 6 red berries. That's just a straight up strawberry. And 8 mushrooms. No need to pick any red mushrooms. They're not important because this is a massive recipe. It's honestly kind of fucking stupid how long this recipe is. So we're just I'm just gonna gather all the berries I need. They don't always fully spawn. Actually, I think they do. I'm missing 4 mushrooms and a blueberry. Mushrooms will be fine to find. Let's see here. Where? Oh, where? There it is. And now I'm just missing 1 mushroom. Right there. And these do respawn over time occasionally, as I just saw with this mushroom right here. So we're just gonna leave it there for later. All right. I am going to do this. I'm just gonna do this methodically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the exact recipe that's written on the guide, because fuck this. Fuck trying to figure that out. It's even if you do solve it, it's not fun, because if you mess up once, you gotta do the whole thing over again. And guess what? They don't refund you the materials. You have to go and collect them from this field all over again. It's not fun. I don't like this. This is actively, like, I don't mind this island, aside from this very puzzle right here. And like, this is the last, like, I will just say this outright. This is the exact last thing you need to do on this island, like, in terms of the, in terms of completion for the first visit. So I have sticky notes with me right now. I'm going to grab a pen and I'm going to write out the exact recipe and cross them off as I write them. So give me a second. I'm going to write this down. All right. So I've got this right here. So if I'm correct, 1 red, 1, 2, 3 purples, 1 blue, 2 greens, 3 reds, 2 purples, 3 yellows, 2 reds, 2 blues, 3 greens, 8 mushrooms. That's actually nice how it did that. 1 yellow, 1 purple, 1 green, 2 yellow, and 3 blues. I know that seems pretty easy, all things considered, and it's an extremely short island, but the reason why this island probably is meant to be a little longer, or like, I feel like this island gets its length from fucking up the puzzle and just doing trial and error all over again, but it's not worth it, honestly. Uma. That was really a miracle, Yukun. Everyone is healthy again. We also need to care for the ill hunters in the camps outside the village. I completely forgot about that. Well, now that all are well, it looks like my work here is done. And that's it. That's it for this island. At least, like, in terms of conditions. You know, there is stuff to do later on, but that's it. I'm going to take a quick look at my recording real quick. Yeah, there's going to be a fair bit that's cut out, but like that wasn't even 20 minutes. So we are going to head straight to the Frozen Vale. Chapter 9. Voyage to the North. Our path leads us to snowy glades and frozen wastelands. Somewhere here are the last two totems. If we proceed even further, we will reach the legendary Cradle of the North, a place where all the sacred totems were once found, an ancient sanctuary of unknown origin. Guro, the wise man, told me that I have to collect all six totems to return them, and return them to where they belong to bring this world back to balance. I am only a few steps from the last two totems. There is no time to hesitate. No ad this time, holy crap. This island is a frozen wasteland, and it's very hard to pass through these ice blocks. We have to find a way to break them. Alright, so just straight heads up, there are no enemies on this island, so really all you need is just a scout lodge. That's really kind of it. Like, you don't need to build anything. I don't even know why they kind of like provide you with like a big open area to build in the first place. There is no building here. This is another island that I had the game kind of glitch on me a little bit. So we have two collectibles this time around. Both are shells. One is story related, or one is progress related, and the other isn't. I had an issue with the progress related one, and I found all of them except for one. I combed through every bit of the island at least 5 times, and I just could not find it. I had checked on the map. I had checked like 5 times. I have looked at the guide. I have watched videos. I could not find this last shell for the life of me. Welcome to the North, traveler. I am Isoko, chieftain of the Polar Bear tribe. So you're looking for a totem. I believe one of them is hidden somewhere on this island, but you need to find a way to break all the ice. I can share my knowledge of controlling fire with you, but you will need coal to fuel it. Bring me 8 pieces of coal and I will teach you. So yeah, I just, for the life of me, could not find the missing shell, which is this white one right here. I'm just gonna say outright, it's the white shell that we need for an item. And like, because I couldn't find that one item, it actually had lasting ramifications that really hindered me further than it actually should. Like, it like never made the game impossible because it's not story required, or it's not progress required. However, it affected getting one item, which affected getting stuff later on, which we'll actually get to soon enough here. But like, this is an island I'm gonna keep my very close eyes on, because I don't need that happening again. Because if it happens, I'm going to be upset. Oh shit, we actually, oh, so that, yeah, okay. I am, apparently, apparently you do need to build a military on this island, because there are crows here, and the only way of taking care of that is going to be through archers. Circles in the water are signs of fish abundance. So right now, we're just kind of like exploring the land, just looking for everything we need, but yeah, I'm going to keep a vigilant eye out to make sure that I don't miss anything. Because if I miss even one object, I'm restarting. I will not collect the last, I will not complete the final objective on this island till I find that item I need. And if it means I have to play the stage all over again, well then I guess so fucking be it. Brave warriors, please help me. My good penguins, or my good friends, the penguins, have recently gone fishing on a far coast, but a sudden avalanche has entrapped them in the mountains. Wait, what? How does that... Excuse me, sir, how the fuck does that happen? What? If you remove the ice blockage, please free them. They went fishing on a far coast, but they got trapped by the mountains. Like, do they take the mountain paths up here? Which it kind of looks like it, but I'm just gonna say this outright. There are more penguins out this way that aren't near the coast. So like, how did you let that happen, dude? What the fuck? Yeah. So. This is, like, out of all the islands in the game, both this and Skull Island were the only two I had problems with. Well, actually, no. Technically I had problems with a third island, but it wasn't related to item collection. And we'll get to that in time. But for now, we're going to focus on trying to collect everything here. So, this island, you know, despite not having any combat, means it's going to lean heavily into mainly hidden object finding. There really isn't a whole lot of puzzles here, actually. It's mainly just hidden objects. And this is where I think the hidden objects are, like, pretty annoying. This time around. I think they get a little too good at hiding objects in a number of cases. Am I missing something? Totally am, I bet. I bet you I'm missing something. Yep. Like, I don't know. That one was pretty fucking sneaky if you ask me. And we're only going to find more of those as we progress through this island. Like, I already don't know where the last charcoal is. I'm being entirely honest with you. It can only be within this vicinity here, and I just can't find it. Like, I don't know. Why are the hidden objects just so well hidden? Like, I think there was supposed to be like one right here when I last played. Pick up that gem before it gets behind the tower. Where is the last piece of coal? I don't want to have to resort to the guide, but I think I may have to. Oh wait, no, never mind. I know exactly where it is. It's these crows. One of the crows has them. And they're dealing like no damage. Okay. You know what they say, patience is a virtue, but at least these guys move fast, so that's something. What I think I'll do is I'll just do a cut until these crows are dead. There we go. Alright, now I can go ahead and destroy this tower. Place a new one. And we're all dandy. I think we gotta place the charcoal. Yep. You have the coal? Excellent. Now you can use it to add fire to your towers. Let me show you how. Now we have access to a number of different things. We get access to the laboratory, which gives us which acts as a research beacon for fire towers. And having a laboratory is required to get access to fire towers. For the most part, I haven't really used fire towers in a combat sense, but they are predominantly like an AoE tower. I think they could probably do good damage, but honestly, more often than not, you're gonna use them specifically for ice blocks. That's kind of unfortunately the best case use I have found for them. But then again, maybe, I don't know, maybe I just haven't used them enough. So, I mean, we'll see. But even then, I think fire towers get kind of... Like, they still can't attack stuff in the sky like arrow towers, and I still think arrow towers still do better damage. And I think they get outclassed by something else later on. Other than that, like, fire towers have a really cool design. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, fuck, even that's pretty underwhelming, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think fire towers are that good. I'll try them. I'll try using them in like some context later on in the game. I really can't think of a scenario where I personally would want to use a fire tower, but I'll try something. Oh, god damn it. Here's like one issue I have with this island. Just like it's just it's not even puzzle solving. It's just building a bunch of fucking towers. It's a very slow level, all things considered. You're just doing a whole lot of this and item finding. I don't know. I don't want to say it's a bad island, but it's not a very engaging island. You're just kind of going around the place, you know. It's a nice break in the action, especially given Skull Island, which is a very combat-heavy level, which I can understand for some people may be a little much, given that, you know, you had also Red Rock Island just before that. So I can definitely understand them wanting to put like a little break in the action. And I'm definitely still missing an item, and I don't know where the hell I'm missing it. No. There we go. Oh, you know what? He may give it to me. That's probably what's gonna happen. Let's actually convert that one first. Maybe building some more huts would probably be beneficial, but I feel like you really don't need more than 3 in this case. So in the meantime, I will explore up here with the scouts, because even though I brought them down here, I'll move the military to take care of that. Alright, which one are you going to attack? Please tell me you're going to attack the one on the left. No, of course not. Would I say this is one of the worst levels in the game now that I think about it? Honestly, no. This isn't an offensive level. I don't even know what would be considered an offensive level in this game, to be honest with you. They're all, like, at least decent in their own right. But this is definitely one of the slower and least, to me, least enjoyable levels. Especially knowing, you know, the bad memories I have of this one recently. I'm gonna go over this way, actually, because I do see the item I need, which is that spool. Am I still missing one more item? What item am I missing? A tackle box? Good lord. What are you doing right here? Healer's Globe. I thought Guro was gonna go into it, but I guess I'll have to go into it afterwards. So we see this idol here. We need to offer 25 brown shells to activate it. This is, brown shells are going to be our shells that we need for progress. Let's see. And so we've already got 20, so we really don't need too many more. And there's already one right here. We're going to need another tower up here to take care of that. So we're going to start moving these two up here. And again, this is really just build towers and just kind of go all over the place sort of map. I am still a little concerned by the fact that I am missing something, clearly. So we're just gonna build that tower real quick. Continue with this, and if I don't see the item I'm missing, I'm pretty sure I'm just goofing right now. Not knowing where that item is. So I'll just quickly pop open the guide afterwards. But there really isn't too much more to this island left. So let's see. There's that, so that's 28. Oh shit. That'll bring us to 28. I know there's one more shell around here. That might actually be... Yep, okay. So now we can do that for the fish. Where the hell do I use this again? Do I use it on the one with the dogs? Oh no, I think I'd use it on... I just have bad memories of this map, don't I? Maybe I give it to him. Oh, okay, yeah, so I do. This fish for my penguin friends? Now that is real sweet of you. I think I should tell you one secret. You can equip your towers not only with fire, but also with frost. Please take this map. It'll guide you to the lonely iceberg. The alchemists who live there master these techniques. So long, Uruku, and thanks for all the fish. Alright, I know there should be more shells around here, I just can't seem to find them. Where? Oh, where? I have a strange feeling we're gonna get a repeat of the same thing here. And I don't like that. See, because now I'm at 28. I'm supposed to have 30. And something tells me either there's just something wrong with this level, or or I'm actually messing up something. Because, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's in these trees somewhere, because, like, these shells really are incredibly hidden in these trees. So, you know, these are our 3 here. And now we're missing 2 more. I don't need this tower here, so I can get rid of it. Because it could be in the way of stuff. Same with this one. And this one. It's like, I don't even see the other brown one. It is 25, yes, 25. I don't even know how I missed that gem. I am gonna do a cut. I'll be right back. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Alright, so we have access to clairvoyance through this idol of divination. Here's the issue. I'm still 2 shells short. I'm somehow 1 short than the problems I had occurred on the other island. Or the last time I played this island. So... Because, like, what we need is right there. So I'm just going to completely ignore this. Because divination gives us clairvoyance, allows us to see anywhere and everywhere that we haven't gotten vision of yet. Problem is, it's not going to help in this situation because everything we need to find on this map is kind of already where we've explored. Because, like, you know, right here is just going to be ocean. So, like, what the fuck? I am going to... Oh, there's a gem I missed. I'm going to cut till I find these shells, because I swear to Christ, if this version of the game just is messed up for whatever reason, and I don't know if it's like specifically the Encore version or just the gold version in general, I'm gonna be upset. Okay, so I missed 1 shell there. That's because the tower was in the way, but here I am still missing 1 more shell. I don't know. I'll cut back to when I find the last one. Okay, I finally found it. It's right here. So, now I don't know where I missed it my first time around. I'm going to say a huge shout out to... Let me just check this real quick. Sunset Orange Season. Because I was looking over his video and I feel like that was a lot more comprehensive than the one other video I looked at. So now we get this coin. This coin. Fucking absolute bane of my my existence last time around. Look, this coin has a hole in the middle. We've not seen coins like this one yet. So now we get divination and we can finally get our prize here on this island, the totem. Just gotta painfully wait for this to charge, and now I can at least breathe a sigh of relief knowing that I don't have to worry about the 2 islands that caused me the most grief previously. So hard to believe. Quite recently we were still on Tatala, looking for the Tear of Heaven, and now only the last totem is left. The imbalance of the world will be fixed soon at last. And with that, that's this island. But we're not done with today's episode just yet. Because... Holy shit, 3 levels, wow. We're going to head back to Witch Island. And we're going to get an ad for Gun Rocks. I've never played this game, I don't know anything about it, so we're just going to ignore it. Because now that we've got access... Oh, shit. Because now that we have access to fire towers, we're going to construct a smithy, a Wiseman's house, and then a laboratory to get us a fire tower. So I'll cut to when that's done. Alright, now that we've broken through the ice block, we can finally access the rest of this island, giving us a lot of gems. Just gonna lag my game out apparently, I don't know if it does on the recording. You can see this guy's stone says Rocky Coast. Thank you, game, very cool. So now we can finally go and access this chest down here that we've been so desperately wanting to get. And it's just more gems. Singing stones. Alright, well, we'll get to this puzzle here momentarily, because we want to get this. Actually, we'll let them get that chest. So, this is a puzzle where you just gotta click on the stones in the correct order. Easiest way to solve these is to just find a stone and then just start clicking on a correct order, or just clicking just like in a circle. So next one we're going to want to click is that one. So we go with this, this, that, and since that one didn't lit up, we're going to go with this one next, going in a circular pattern. And completely forget that that happened. Okay. So now that one's lit up, we go back to this one, that one doesn't light up. So now we go that one lights up, that one does not light up. So then we know it's that, and then that. Also, we get a another amulet. It's always pleasant to find a nice gold coin. It's even more pleasant to find two, but one is much better than none. And here we get something very, very important. The Sphere of Clarity. Ah, this beautiful glittering relic is the Sphere of Clarity that clears vision and perception, especially for masters of the bow. More than that, I can sense some special power within the sphere. Going back to the main menu real quick. Not main menu, but to the island select screen. You can go into the treasury, and first we're going to read the healer's globe, just because it never told us what it did. All your witch doctors have 20% more health points and move 20% faster. That's going to be really useful. And the Sphere of Clarity gives our archers the ability to shoot 10% further, which is really nice. Looking over here, you can see we're doing pretty well in collectibles, honestly. Like, coins have been really the big one that we've been wanting to look at for a while now, but going back to this thing here, the Sphere of Clarity, it does more than just give archers 10% more range. Because if you remember back on Monkey Island, there's a peculiar looking object that we couldn't do anything with. If you see it now, it looks quite like the Sphere of Clarity. Clicking on it, the structure somehow interacts with the Sphere of Clarity you have, and inside you can see some distant land. We can now see inside here, which only really provides us with gems, but this item is still going to be useful later on. So it's important to keep that in mind, that this item has uses now and for later. And now, I'm curious, how many do we still have a monkey? Okay, just 4 gems. But yeah, so that's a very important item to get. Which island becomes a very important island if you want to try and 100% this game. But with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching today's episode of Totem Tribe Gold. In the next episode, we're going to head to the Lonely Iceberg. And if we have time, we'll move over to the island of Yeti. But with that, I'd like to bid you guys farewell. Bye-bye.